Hello? 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 Alright, this is Insane Monster testing out the live stream function. If this is, not going, then sorry. Hello, YouTube, this is Insane Monster. Now then, if I did everything correctly, then this should be working. If I didn't, I do apologize. This is my first live stream, so if I mess up, I do apologize. Still gotta think I should work out some couple of things, but this is more or less going to be a Q&A function that I am currently doing. So basically if anyone has any questions, please comment. This board will be for questions on my channel and such, as well as any what ifs that you may have questions for that I am currently on. I will try to answer them as best as I can to my ability, as well as make sure not to give any spoilers. So, for everyone who are in the comments right now, uh, just go ahead and ask any questions. Let's see what you got. So, who has a question for any of the what ifs on my channel? Anybody? This is more or less a Q&A. So, go for it. Okay. So, as soon as I get a question, I'll be answering it, but as of anything that you may want to know, I actually, if you haven't watched the update videos I've been putting out, I would like to say there is an Easter special coming up, and the way it will be working is that I'll be first making those videos in order to, create everything regarding the Easter special. And once those are done, I will then upload videos based on the typical schedule that I have for my main lineup, as well as the what ifs that is picked by the winner of the What If Lotto. Ooh, looks like we have a question. Can you do what if Deku was the son of Meliodas and Kakuya? Okay, now that it is a bit interesting. It is. Though, in all honesty, I actually do have a lot of what ifs that you guys haven't even heard of yet from me that is actually on the back burner. So there is that. Oh, we have another question. What made you start making what ifs? I honestly, I've seen a good number of what ifs made by people, and I kind of wanted to try my own hand at it. I didn't think I'd get like 5,000 subscribers so quickly, though, given the pandemic happened and people at home wanted something to watch or listen to. What if YouTubers ended up getting like a big boon in subscribers during that? So I am happy it turned out this way, but I just do this for fun. as well as just letting my imagination run wild. Oh, we have another question. How are they going? If you're wondering about the Easter what ifs I have scheduled, I've actually already been kind of working on that, as well as having some help from an artist that's connected to my Discord that happens to do a good bit of art for my channel. He also made uh, is the Deku art of Deku as the son of Scar and Lapis Lazuli. If for you guys who don't know. Okay, so with that, let's get going. Okay, I got a question out of all the what ifs you did. What is your favorite? Okay, this one's honestly kind of hard. I don't like playing favorites, but if I had to pick like a group of favorites, it's the what ifs that I can make go kind of crazy. Especially the ones where I believe I have a chance to even out the power scaling between the enemies of the main cast of the what ifs. For example, like Spiral Powered Deku and the anti spirals, if you haven't noticed, because some people were complaining about that, but honestly, a whole plan of anti spirals getting blown up all at once, I would imagine that there might be some scattered remnants. And honestly, I only had two survivors of that incident, so honestly, I don't think it's that implausible to think of that there'd be at least two survivors of some of the anti spirals bailing out. So yeah, my favorite what ifs I like to do are the ones that counterbalance the powers between things like the bad guys and the good guys and all that. So yeah, Insane Monster, are you going to continue Vault Rabbit? Okay, I gotta say this because you guys keep saying this, asking these kind of questions. I tell you guys to go look at the update videos whenever you guys make these comments, but I'm not canceling any of my what ifs. The way I run things is that I have a main lineup of six what ifs. Once any of those what ifs get to a certain point, like for Asta after the elf attack and the aftermath of the elf attack, along with the devil that organized all that, I I'll halt those, put them on the back burner, because if you haven't been paying attention to the anime, especially those who only watch a dub, they are in the Dark Triad arc. So I would like to wait until that arc is finished up, wrapped up and all that, because I would like to see and, do everything based on that and, give everybody a chance to see the show and how things go, so that there be more material to work with for my what ifs. They're not going to be canceled after the elf arc and such. They're just going to be put on the back burner to help get other what ifs on track. And as for the one for Deku, it would be halted to be put on the back burner for after everything with the Culture Festival. So, yes, I'm not canceling any of my what ifs. So I told everybody this and such, and the way I work it, along with the what ifs in the main lineup, there's also a what if lotto I run in my Discord. Basically, I literally draw names out of a hat, and the name I draw out, I message in the private chat that they won the what if lotto, and they pick one of the what ifs I have a thumbnail for. Those who already have parts to it get one part. Those what ifs that don't have a part to it get two parts, so I can make a proper playlist for it. That's how I run my things. Who is Drakon? Oh, Drakon. Uh, I'm assuming you're referring to the guy from the Black Clover what if of Asta being the son of Dante from Devil May Cry. He himself is actually the grandson of Mundus. So yeah, there is that. Okay, ever gonna do a Fate slash X Black Clover what if? Honestly, I think that one might be kind of hard for me to do. When I make a what if, or when I choose to do a what if the idea comes to the mind, and then all these ideas start flooding into my brain on what to do or what I can do to make it interesting, I choose those to do. If it doesn't have that reaction, if the idea doesn't have that reaction, I don't do it. Just that simple. Can you do what if Austin and Noel? Uh, oh, I've heard about this one. Asta and Noel being with having Deku as their descendant. I've read this comment in my Discord and it has been talked about, but it doesn't flood as many ideas as me. Oh, and as least favorite what if? I don't think I have a least favorite what if. Like I said, if the idea stirs a bunch of ideas in my head, then I do it, and if it doesn't, then I don't do it, and I don't get a thumbnail made for it. So there's that. Okay, who is your favorite what if YouTuber that you watch? Okay, I suppose a couple of them, maybe like Kid Zeus as well as Infinite Dragon Sorcerer. Both of them actually are connected to the Fates and Commandments YouTuber, what if YouTuber group that I actually recently joined as a new commandment of faith, if you haven't known, due to the fact that the previous commandment of faith actually quit. So there is that. Okay, let's see what other questions we got here. What are your thoughts on the recent My Hero World War arc? Oh, this is actually, I'm assuming, based off of the manga. And yes, I do keep track of the manga and such for the what ifs that I do as a way to help keep me informed of any future ideas that I can do for the what if, especially if I want to do a little setup for it. Okay, I am talking about what if Deku had Drago from DT. DT. Sorry, whoever wrote Al J, sorry, trying to remember what DT is. DT. Which anime is DT? I'm trying to remember. And I do apologize, but if you specify what DT means, then thank you. But as for any of the what ifs that I'm going to be doing for the Easter special, yeah, that's actually going to be something that I am for the, I am actually working on right now to hammer out some details and such and get everything ready for that. So, how about we start with some questions based on the what ifs that I already have on my channel? Like, what kind of things are you guys curious about? Do keep in mind that I will try my best to not cause any kind of spoilers. So, yeah, let's try to see. Okay, I just got a question. What do you think? How do you like my what if of Asta was Sinbad, was the son of Sinbad in Discord? Oh, I've heard about this, and it is interesting. Honestly, if I did do it, I think I might have to do a little bit of a workaround to try to make it to try to make it interesting, make sense, and some other things. You know. thumbnail artist made it. Wait, DT. Oh, hang on. For the person who wrote about the DT thing, had you actually misspelled a couple of things. For one, you put a D in front of the R. That's not supposed to be there. So yeah, that's supposed to be just Rago, not Drago. Uh, Sorry if that was a misunderstanding, but yeah. As for the other thing, it's supposed to be BT, as in Black Torch. So yeah, but no, that's actually based off of a manga known as Black Torch. It is a manga I have recommended on my Discord, and honestly, the powers seem pretty awesome. I got a setup for it for everything. So yeah. Okay. It in oh, what if Deku was in Teen Titans? Well, that's not exactly a what if I have, but I do have a couple of crossovering, like multi-dimensional crossovering what ifs set up. I'm not gonna give too much about it, but I'm gonna like say at least that there are gonna be some connections to the Teen Titans in one of my Deku what ifs. But that's all I'm gonna say for now. I know you might get this a lot. When will you continue old what ifs? And also, what is your thoughts on your channel's future? Okay, I never canceled any of my what ifs. Like I said, if the what ifs on the main lineup get to a certain point that I'm comfortable putting them on the back burner for now, I will let you guys choose on a poll I have set up on my Discord. This isn't a normal poll like in YouTube where it's measured by percentage, but it's a poll on my Discord that is labeled with the channel being labeled as what if voting poll, where I have the thumbnails of all the what ifs that I have parts to at the moment. To vote for a what if, all you have to do is give it a thumbs up. This means you can vote for a number of what ifs, not just one. And the what ifs that have the most thumbs up will be picked for the next slot in the lineup, for the main lineup for my channel. Of course, there will still be the what if lotto, which, like I said before, I draw a name and the person whose name I draw picks the next one. Okay, for let's continue. As for any future with my channel, I'll just go as usual. And when certain holidays come rolling around, I'll still make the holiday specials that you guys seem to really love, especially whenever everything happens. Okay, what for the Avatar Asta, is there going to be a dark avatar? If you're talking about the Avatar, the dark avatar from the Legend of Korra, let's just hold that off for let's just hold that info off for a little bit for now. I don't want to give any spoilers. For what if Asta was the son of King in the end? What about Arthur? What happened to him? Because I feel like he was just cast away. Oh, if you're talking about him in the manga, then he's doing his own thing, and the previous seven deadly sins got him to agree to letting them fight this fight, as in the next generation of the sins. Plus, I'm gonna say that he has his own thing to deal with, like opposite side of the world kind of thing, but he's basically dealing with the stuff from the what I can somewhat deal with, with his own country, as well as any backup results just in case. Are you going to bring Black Matter, Black Matter also back. Oh, that never canceled. It's just that I tried to pick a theme for certain what ifs, and if one of those what ifs are brought up, then yeah, I add a new part to it. Or if they are picked by the what if lotto winner. Thing is, nobody's picked the Black Matter Asta one yet for the lotto. Hi, are you thinking about uh My Hero Academia X Seven Deadly Sins? And what do you think about King Full Wings transformation? Okay, King's Full Wings transformation, honestly, he does look pretty decent. And when he makes himself some new clothes, he looks, I would say he looks clean with that whole suit look of his. Ooh, sorry. Now then, as for anything else regarding King's Full Wing transformation, power wise, it is pretty clean. And I do enjoy it. As for the My Hero X Seven Deadly Sins for what ifs, I actually have one of those planned. For one, I need to get the thumbnail made, and two, it will either be for a special or for someone picking it for the What If Lotto. In your Asta was Fire Dragon Slayer, will we see Agnologia? Well, I can't say that. That just make it so much less fun. Okay, for what if Deku was the grandson of Luffy? When will it come out? And when will Deku be able to use fourth gear? Okay, think about this. Think about this. I would imagine that if they were properly trained in hockey from a young age, like they are in that, their advantages would be much greater than Luffy had in canon. All right. So with that being with Luffy and Boa being their grandparents, they do have an advantage for training. Okay, for the person that stated Arthur's son is rebelling against them, that actually sounds quite believable. Because if I'm not mistaken, his son's name is Mordred, and given the fact of Arthur's current strength from the manga, that would be viable. So that is viable. As for the fourth gear thing, well, I can't spoil everything. I gotta. I mean, he's been trained since childhood for hockey, as well as for his inherited powers from his grandpa. As for the people who comment that that doesn't make sense, that people would inherit powers from people with devil fruits, you gotta imagine they got isekai. A lot of things change about people whenever they get isekai. One of which is their powers as well as how they work in different scenarios. So when they got transported to My Hero, their body went through a change, allowing their powers to be passed down through genetics. So yeah, that's why Luffy. That's why Izuku, as Luffy's grandson, has his rubber powers. I have another question. When will you do a face reveal? Probably whenever I get. Probably should probably shave first. Gotta look clean for it. Okay. Also, can you at least put this into? It's called What If Deku was. Hang on. Trying to remember which one is this character's name is the anime of the name of the anime. Trying to remember that. It's the question for the what if Deku was Charlotte's Katarina Curry's grandson. or son or grandson. Come back to that later whenever I can figure out the name of the anime for that. Okay, is Igneo Return in part 10? No, it is not. At most, I'm gonna give you this. We're gonna kind of hold off on the invasion of the elves fortress of the Eyes of Midnight Sun's fortress, because before that happened in the anime, we cut away to the Black Bull's hideout, if you remember. And that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, 2 questions. Ever gonna do another Bungo Stray Dog, What If, or a Black uh Blood Blockage Battlefront, What If? Okay, I do have a couple of those planned. That is correct, and they will be brought back depending on how things go on the What If Lotto and how the other things go. If you guys do remember, I did put a poll in my community tab to ask if you guys would want to see me like focus on what if Asta was a son of Igneo and what if Deku had anti-venom. I would only focus on those what ifs for a little while till I get to the point until after they all, end with the fight against the elves. If you don't remember, then I mean, that's just what I was about to do. And as of currently, that poll seems to be going in the opposite direction with 71 votes against focusing on Dragon Asta Anti-Venom Deku, meaning it will just go as usual. Okay, let's see. Uh will you ever do Gundam What If? There is a rare one that I have in my mind that I think might be fun, but until I get a thumbnail for that, I'm gonna hold off. I just want to say your voice is very soothing. Well, thank you, I guess. Okay. Oh, one of the sons of Big Mom from One Piece. Sorry, it's just that Big Mom's family is freaking huge. Honestly, it is hard to keep track of how many kids that woman has in the Big Mom Pirates. Dear God. Okay. Is One Piece that's the anime theory from, but he is in later episodes. He was the first one Luffy. Yes, I know about the Snake Man fight, and honestly, Snake Man Luffy was pretty epic. I do have to admit that it is pretty epic. Okay, let's see. It's sad that the community tab doesn't work for me. Yeah, I don't get what's going on. I said it, I clicked on it, and it looks like it's still there for me. So I don't get what's happening, but the poll's there. If you guys wanted me to focus on the stuff with Dragon Asta and Anti-Venom Deku, or give me like in the comment section a good reason to do so, because as of right now, last time I checked, the two what ifs on the voting pool in my Discord that I set up that would take their place are actually what if Asta had the Black Light virus and what if Deku had the Two Tails. So if I finish up Dragon Asta and Anti Venom Deku, then those two would take their place. So yeah, you can find information on him on the one. Yeah, I've actually looked at that. Uh, when I go looking for powers to use for different what ifs, I look for the fandom sites for all kinds of things and information on different powers and such. So yeah, don't worry, I know where that is, and I will be looking at it. Now then, who else has a question for any of the other what ifs I have on my channel? Don't be shy. There's plenty of what ifs on my channel. and I'm sure plenty of you have a lot of questions. Can you do another Deku Sans because you got like three Sans Asas? What? Okay, I do actually have those planned. And yeah, those are already planned and such. They just need a thumbnail. All right. I also have their magics all set up. The magic, the form that the magic that from Deku's soul takes for each one. I have all that's already set up, so don't worry. And how? Okay, let's see. Let's in Dragon Asta Part 10, Asta gets flashback about how Igneo met his wife and how he becomes friend with both the Wizard King and Licht. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there will be quite a big reveal later on in the series. Mostly like some pretty crazy stuff that's gonna happen during the whole Black Castle part of nearing the nearing the end of the conflict with the elves. Will you do a what if Asta or Deku with boosted gear or Golden Knight Garo powers? Okay, both of those powers I do have listed for what ifs. Garo, the Golden Knight Garo, yes. For I'm not gonna say who, but the boosted gear is also planned, but it's not for Asta or Deku. Not for either of them. That's for somebody else. What is what if Deku had spiral power return? That depends on the what if lotto and you guys in the voting pool whenever one of the main lineup what ifs are completed to a certain point that I can put on the back burner for more content to be made. So yeah, I'm not canceling any of my what ifs. Okay, who else got a question? And you know what? How about this? I'll give you guys the theme of the Easter special. It is supernatural. The theme is supernatural based. So there's that. As for anybody asking things about which what if would count as that, I'm gonna let that stick with your imagination. Okay, what if Asta was the son of I'm not too familiar with those people, so I'll have to look them up first before I can give you a definite answer. Okay, My Hero or Black Clover, Fire Emblem, Three Houses, what if? Not, and that one doesn't really pique my interest for it, to be honest. So sorry. Like I said before in the stream, when I hear a what if idea, if it starts spurring all kinds of ideas in my head, then I will probably do it. Okay, for the Dragon Asta what if, will you continue with the new canon episodes or make your own arcs? Okay, for starters, if you're talking about the episodes of the training portion that didn't happen in the manga between when they left to go to the Heart Kingdom for training and before the actual assault on the Spade Nation started, I do think I might go into some depth for those. So maybe. However, I've heard that to prevent content from being messed up between the anime and the manga, that they'll be halting production of the anime for Black Clover at a point in order to in order for more source material to be made. If nobody has ever recalled, you gotta understand that some animes were royally screwed up, and I mean, they messed up the ending pretty badly whenever they finished the anime before the actual manga source. This happened with uh, Hellsing, Full Metal Alchemist. This also happened to Agame ga Kill, and even Soul Eater. The ending for Soul Eater is completely different, as well as being more satisfying in the manga than it is in the anime. So you got to take that in consideration. So yeah, like where was I going on with this? But yeah, there I might be doing the training art things that they did that weren't in the manga, but probably used to make some filler, you know? Okay, what if Deku was a real steel and had his own robot boxer? Okay, I've seen that movie. It is good, but I'm not sure how that would play for their world because I wouldn't want Izuku to be in the Hero Academy, and not sure how that would work. Do you watch The Disastrous Life of Psyche? Okay, I have seen it. Dude is freaking overpowered. He has freaking all the powers, and any power he doesn't have, he ends up getting later. So it's pretty crazy. When will you finish What If Deku had anti venom? Like I said, you gotta look in the polls. Look in the polls on my community tab. It looks like I might just stick to the same schedule as before. Is Harry Potter Deku going to be there? If you mean the scheduling system, no. I don't consider Harry Potter labeled as supernatural, if that's what you're wondering. So I consider it more fantasy than supernatural. I need to watch Black Clover. Yes, yes, you do. Are you going to finish What If Deku had anti-venom? Like I said, go to the polls. If you vote for me to focus on anti-venom Deku and Dragon Asta, I can focus on those a bit more in order to further, you know, to like do them a lot more. So that way I could finish them up and you guys would have them to watch. Or at least I can get them to a certain point. What if Deku was a vampire slash for the special? Oh, I think you mean the Underworld one. Actually, for that one, I need to rewatch the last part, and yeah, it might be in there, probably. But I have to rewatch the last part and jot down some notes and such. I don't do any of this without taking notes. I take note of key points or key facts of the what if and what changes will happen. For like Spiral Deku, I made notes of all the evolutions of the quirks that would be influenced by the spiral power from Deku and Melissa, who both generate spiral power. What I mean is if you will continue the canon story of Dragon Asta. Yes, I will continue it. I will continue it to the point of having Asta the stuff, having it after the attack on the capital from the elves and the and everything that happened after dealing with the devil and such, and then put it on the back burner for more anime content to be made to finish up the the Dark Triad stuff. That way, I have a good amount of source material to go back to that what if to make a bunch of new parts on. Okay. Yeah, you should make your own arcs. Okay. As for anything special I'm going to be doing, there will be somewhat of a crossover for some unique cases where I would probably call them OVAs. Okay, this will be interesting. Psyche versus Kure's. Okay, Kurosen. Oh my god, those two would destroy everything. Okay, what if Asta had Hashirama's power? I'm assuming this is Hashirama from Naruto. It is interesting, but uh I actually have two Asta based power what ifs based off of Naruto. So I'm not that eager to look into any more of that. What if Tanjiro had a Sharingan since it's only one season? Okay, as it happens, I I was able I do have some other Tanjiro what ifs already planned and such, and I do hope you'll like them whenever they come out. But thumbnails and such, and working the channel, gotta make sure I keep it in a orderly fashion. Even if it seems chaotic to you, I use what would be called orderly chaos. So yeah. What if Asta or Deku was a guest for the Velvet Room? So give him a persona. That is interesting, but I have to think about that later, especially for which ones they would get. Okay, what if Shinra has four tails? Fire Force. Four tails? Like a wait. Oh, has the four tails from Naruto. Okay. The four tails I already have set up for a different what if. I have that set up for a different what if for a different character. But it would mix out since the four tails has some lava power. So what if Deku was the last Power Ranger? Okay, okay. I do like Power Rangers and such, but now that I'm older, all the poses and the flipping and such seem kind of cheesy. I do still like it, but it's like that nostalgic cheesy that you just feel. What if Deku had Okay, have you any thoughts of Karma Rider? What ifs? Karma Rider? Wait, message retracted. Okay, I guess. What if Deku was a Blade Steel Matte universe? Trying to remember what that is. If I remember what that is, I'll try to reply. But have you ever thought of doing a Karma Kamen Kamen Rider? What if Kamen Rider? Kamen Rider. I don't remember which one what that is. I know that there's a bunch of powers as well as abilities or whatever that have the rider function on it, especially from some old shows and some comic books. Not just Ghost Rider, but from what I remember from when I was younger, there was also this Spider Rider thing and a couple of other riders, so there is that. What if Deku was Mega Man? Interesting. If Deku was a Power Ranger, would he's really good and not right. Not to mention he'd be super broken. Yeah, he might be a bit broken, especially when you consider the Megazord thing. Nowadays, with superheroes running around, not a lot of call for Megazords. Especially whenever the power of One for All makes the person strong enough to change the weather and make a freaking hurricane to lift up like giant chunks of broken building. So there is that. Super Sentai is better than Power Rangers. I'm not going to take a side on this. Whatever, I'm not going to take a side between Super Sentai and Power Rangers. I'm not taking any sides on this because I know whichever side I pick, the other side's going to berate me for it. I already know that much about social media not to take sides because I'm not getting dragged into any arguments on which one's better. I'm gonna just say they both had their pros and leave it at that. What if Asta was a werewolf or supernatural things, right? Okay, werewolves are supernatural, yes. But I already have everything for the lineup already taken care of for my Easter special. And a matter of fact, if you are currently watching this, it, I'll give you this. It's a link to the Discord. This Discord link goes directly to the scheduling channel on my for my uh for my channel. So yeah, go there and when you see the everyone tag, if you scroll up seeing the everyone tag, you'll see that there as a gift to my Discord members, it gives them the lineup for the what if that will be a part of the lineup for what if, you know, the Easter special. What if Deku was Boo? Okay, that has been done before, and honestly, I tried to come up with some crazy stuff. Sometimes I make stuff that's has been done before, but I tried to put my own spin on it and make it pretty crazy. But Boo, too overpowered. Too overpowered for my hero. And I'm not sure how to even it out, between the heroes and the villains for that, because I like there to be a certain limit to how powerful they are. Okay, I meant to say it would be good for if done right, like the story and so on. Well, any story if done right is good. Ina had human torch powers. Honestly, Cena with human torch powers doesn't sound too far of a stretch considering the world that they're in. So, what if Boo what if Deku was Boo or Cell? Both of those have been done before, and like I said, it doesn't flood a whole lot into my mind. So yeah, don't take the side on the comment. I just had to say it. Okay, I understand that. Okay, thank you for understanding me not wanting to take any form of sides on that. Okay, now then, how about we go? How about we pick a character that we have what ifs set up for, or we already have what ifs for, and try to see what you guys have any questions for. How about we start with taking away from the Asta and Deku ones, because those I have a lot of. Let's go for the more, uh, the ones that I don't have a lot of what ifs posted for those particular characters, like Ichigo, Shinra, Tanjiro, and Naruto, Goku, Luffy. Let's try looking at those what ifs that I have on my channel and see what you guys want to ask. Are you planning on doing a crossover between your what ifs? I actually do have a couple of those planned. I, I do. Those will actually be either a key point in helping in some what ifs in order to make them pretty crazy, or they'll be somewhat of a OVA style kind of thing, you know? So though there's that. You can think of them as an OVA style kind of thing or something like that. But only if the certain setup allows it, you know? Okay, who else gets the question? We are getting close to an hour, so let's say once we get to hmm, let's say once we get to an hour or so on this, then we'll stop it here. We'll start the stream here. So, while everybody is still here, and if you have a question, go ahead and go for it. So, get typing if you have a question. Okay? What if? What if what? What if Tanjiro had dark magic? Okay, I do have some what ifs that have Tanjiro with magic. Those are set up. And once they come out, I do hope that you will enjoy. When you did your what if what happened? What if Goku was in My Hero? Okay, Goku in My Hero, honestly, it sounds pretty OP because we got somebody who can destroy planets. So, what? Okay, wait, how about ATF, AOT, Attack on Titan, what ifs? Okay, if you weren't paying attention, I actually do have an Attack on Titan thing blended into one of my what ifs. So go check out what if Deku was the son of Scar and Lapis Lazuli, because I did a little balancing act between the heroes and the villains portion. So go check that out. What if Nezuko had the nine tails instead of being a demon? A bit outlandish, I know. It's interesting and such. Might have some potential, not sure. Okay, what if Naruto was Fell Sans? Okay, I already have a Sans what if already set up, and actually I've actually already got a artist, the artist on my channel that isn't my thumbnail artist, already worked and made a made some art for it. It is set up and it is finished up, and it will be something good. Okay, what if Deku was a space pirate? Hmm, not sure. That's out there. Haven't heard that one before, you know, but it is out there and sounds interesting. Can you do what if Naofumi what ifs? Okay, I do have some sealed hero what ifs in my mind, but it switches out Naofumi with somebody else. If I had to do something with Naofumi in it, I think I'd set things up carefully in the before he got summoned, do a little bit of a prep work for your Dragon Ball what ifs. What if had devil fruit? What made you want to make it? Okay, this one is actually one that was suggested to me that did like stir up my imagination. It was actually something that was suggested by the, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Eternal Dragon Sorcerer, or I mean, no, I mean the Eternal God of Possibilities. Sorry, uh, trying to keep all this on track. But either way, it did have get me thinking, and I did take some time writing down all the double fruits that I would like which character to have which one in order to make it more interesting. I do have a bunch of things set up for this what if later on down the road. So yeah. What if Deku was a forgotten god? Okay, having him as a god makes him pretty OP. And I don't want to make him too OP unless, I can make him OP yet also have him be able to have a counterbalance, you know? What if Naruto was Sonic? Okay, as for something with Naruto, I actually do have a good number of what ifs for him. And they will be pretty interesting if I do have to say so myself. But I'm getting things set up for it, and currently, besides the Naruto being the grandson of Natsu and Lucy, I have two other what ifs that I recently have the thumbnails made for them and such that in have Naruto as the character for the what if, so there is that. But I do have other what ifs also planned. So I hope they they will entertain you. Okay, what if Naruto was trained by Anbu Tsunade? Pick it. Okay, actually, a number of the what ifs I have Naruto being raised by different individuals based upon their powers that they end up with in canon. I mean, based on the powers he gets in the what ifs, and based on those, I organize who would be best to raise him due to the circumstances. So there is that. What if Deku was Quicksilver? A speed quirk. Okay, speed power does sound interesting and such. I do have a number of what ifs already set up for him, and a lot of them have him make being quite powerful, and even in some cases fast, as well as one or maybe one or two capable of teleporting. That's why I like the anti venom. What if everyone is around the same power and both the heroes and villains are even? Yes, I do like when I can, if I have something that can do it, I do like to even out the heroes and the villains' power scaling. So there is that. I do like doing that kind of stuff. Okay, what if Deku was the reincarnation of Jogo from Jujutsu Kaisen? Okay, that one is actually pretty interesting. And if you go to the thumbnail portion of my what if of the thumbnail channel called Thumbnail and What If List, you'll see that I have a Jujutsu Kaisen what if set up, but I'm not gonna say any kind of spoilers. But I think you just gave me a counterbalance for the one I have set up. So might be interesting. Okay, what if Asta was the son of Naruto? Okay, I have two Naruto, like Asta Naruto what ifs. This being the Orb of Truth Naruto and the the Orb of Truth Asta and the Jugo Asta one. What if Naruto had a Keyblade? Okay, I have a Keyblade one set up. I do. I just don't have the thumbnail for it yet. But it's not for Naruto. In your what if fault, do you have one Godzilla? I can see it working with My Hero Academia. Okay, there is a hero named Godzilla, like who is basically Godzilla. We see him on Island in the first My Hero movie. I do have a kaiju what if for him set up. I just gotta get the thumbnail made. But, you know, I got a lot of things planned beforehand, and I like to keep it organized and reasonable. So I do have a kaiju thing set up for what if. So yeah, hope you'll be around to see it, and I hope you will enjoy it when it comes out. So, any other questions? Because we are getting close to the end. In about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, this live stream will be over. So, anybody who got a question, get it out now so that I can answer it to the best of my abilities without causing any spoilers. So while I wait for these, I will reiterate how I actually work my channel. Six main what ifs that I do for the main lineup. do those in a rotation, uh, picking two acts at the same time, and all that, as well as a what if picked by the what if lotto winner that literally I draw the name of and then toss it and then, ask them which what if I have a thumbnail for that they would like to see. Some what ifs that don't have any parts to them get two parts in order for them to have a lot, to be have a playlist made for them properly. If they have parts already, they get one. They get one part. And that's how that works. Any questions on the way I work my channel? No? Any questions on any other what ifs I have on my channel? What if Asta had a light? What if Asta had the lightning of Zeus and was raised by the eye of the midnight sun? Okay, I do have something for Asta concerning electrical powers, but I'm gonna keep the details of that secret. How long will your stream be? Do you know uh, the move Cosmic Fire Breather? Oh, if you're talking about the movie Fire Breather, I have seen it. It is interesting. And yeah, can you do Marvel? I actually already believe I have posted some Marvel what ifs, I think. If I'm not mistaken, if I am, I do apologize, but you know, but like I said, when it comes to some stuff, people have a tendency to do some stuff. In What If Asta was the son of Dante, what does the ship look like? If you remember, the ship is Salem. She has red eyes, white hair, and is a little shorter than Asta. If you figured from his heritage in this one, Asta is a bit taller. I don't want to give him too much height, so about the same as As for Salem, she is a half breed, a devil half breed between human and devil, and happens to be Mundus's granddaughter, who was somewhat looked down upon and saw as a disposable pawn from her family. If you haven't watched the all the parts of What If Asta was the son of Dante, what if I have? Please go and re and watch it. Do you? Sorry. Okay. What? Okay. What Deku has the two tails? That might have been worded oddly. I'm not. But okay. That, like I said, is actually one of the what ifs that have the most votes in the Discord that I have set up, where the only way to vote is to give the thumbs up reaction function on Discord for it. The one with the most thumbs up will be able to take the place of the what if from the main lineup that moves on to a certain point in the story where I could put it on the back burner. What if Deku was half kaiju from Fire Breather? Interesting, definitely interesting. Would definitely mean some kaiju attacking him. So, yeah. What if Tanjiro could use water release? Water style from Naruto. Okay. All in all, that is interesting. And that would that would add some characteristics to the what if. Not gonna lie. But I believe that my current Tanjiro what ifs that I have set up for now will do for right now. I have some stuff set up that is based on a number of different what ifs. I mean, different of anime series and such. Will you ever do what if Asta was evil, or what if Asta was raised by the I don't want to make the character like evil, I'd like for them to maybe change or alter a little bit, being either more confident or more self-assured or something like that, but I don't want to change the core of what make that character themselves in my what ifs, you know? What if Ichigo was a secret Shin Megami? I'm trying to remember what Shin Megami is. Sorry. I've watched a lot of shows and trying to remember them by power names, character names, and such is sometimes hard to remember them all to help with the ideas that I have running. So I do apologize. And it seems as though we have now passed an hour. With that, I do appreciate you guys coming to my last question apparently. Cut Last question case I have to leave for dinner. Will you do a Devotican what if? Keep up the good work. Um, I'll have to get back on you on that because I'm not familiar with that name. But I do thank you for supporting and giving me some smiles in